Hello, thanks for joining, guys. Thanks for all your support and subscribing and kind of following us along. Appreciate it. So, today's listener submitted question had to do with Parvo, and unfortunately, we have seen lots of Parvo here in the last few months. We do see it year round here in El Paso just because of where we're at and where we've been and how hardy that Parvo virus is. It is one of the more hardy viruses that's out there. Technically, it is a coronavirus. Most people did not know that. So the vet field has been dealing with corona-associated viruses for a very long time. I believe it was first identified in the 1940s, and I want to even say in Germany was where it was first discovered, but don't hold me to that. So just because it's a coronavirus does not mean it is COVID-19. That is a different strand of the coronavirus. But fun fact, figured I'd share it. So, Parvo is very contagious. Generally, it's a puppy problem, but it does not matter what age you are if you have never finished your puppy vaccines. There's a reason we strongly recommend them overall in the profession, and there's a series. Just because you have one Parvo shot, even two, does not mean you're protected against Parvo. Every clinic's a little different. We generally recommend about 4 to be fully vaccinated. And there's some other research to back that up on why we do that. Some clinics do 3. But regardless of the age, if they have not had the Parvo vaccines, or DHPP is the other name for it, then your pet is predisposed in the canine world. So some of the first symptoms that I tell clients to look out for: A, unvaccinated patient. That's the first red flag. Second, they can be a little broad, but then they get a little more specific to GI. So the big one is typically most will get anorexic and lethargic first. You will see that. That will continue for a day or two, and then they all progress a little different. Most of the time, then they will progress into GI symptoms, more specifically being vomiting and diarrhea. Sometimes one will progress more than the other or faster, and a lot of Parvo patients will get blood in their stool. Now, when that blood comes out, depending on where it got dumped into the GI tract, it will be more red or a darker color. The darker it is, or more coffee ground or blacker it is, actually the worse it is. And the higher up in the GI tract, and sometimes the more severe the problem can be. So watch for it. Generally, I'll recommend if you're seeing those things and it's lasting more than 24 hours, and I would say go see your veterinarian, because it's generally something we want to look for. So do that and keep us up to date. The good news is we do save majority of these guys, but it does vary dramatically. So it does vary, but probably the average is about 80-85% of patients get saved with treatment. There are some that survive without treatment, but the odds go up dramatically with. Kind of like the flu, I do believe the virulence of the Parvo virus, or how hard it's hitting, does vary year to year. It does seem to mutate a little bit. Some years the flu is really hard hitting, some years it's really mild, and everything in between. In my experience, I've seen a wide variety of those as well, from very mild GI symptoms to a much higher percentage being fatal and not making it. And then most are somewhere in between. So it is a big deal. There is a reason we call it a big puppy killer. It does get a lot of puppies. Good news is, and some encouragement for those of you that are out there, is generally we save more than we lose, but we cannot save them all, unfortunately. So hope that helps, and maybe you guys can catch it a little bit sooner through this video, and then we'll save some of your little fur babies and some of your little friends before they get to that extreme. But otherwise, thank you guys. Appreciate the questions.